the best part in it is that as you're going deep into the creative aspect, other ideas keep adding up, and at the end of the day you'll be marveled at what you come up with. Take example when I was crafting a honey cocoa 2024. It was all about sustainability.
That drink, sorry, I'm not cutting
you,
but the honey cocoa that you make, guys, I'm sorry, but I just looked at the video and I'm like, oh my god. Oh my god. From you crafting the coconut shell to how you painted it to the it was insane.
So that craft was actually like a mixture of my current moment at that time, and then take it back to when I was still a child. So it was like combining everything together and then trying to like make it something. And that competition was I did it with all my heart. It was just heart out.
You won, no?
I did.
But I have a question.
You always have a question.
I always have a question.
Yeah, ask me.
But I think it's been something I've really been wanting to ask you, but I guess probably it skips me most of the time.
Yeah.
Realizing the honey cocoa, you were shading with colors and all of that. What was the inspiration behind just the colors that you came up with on the shell?
So it was a combination of I naturally love colors, and down from what I wear to even the cocktails I make. So I kind of thought about the previous cocktails I've been making, the colors I've been able to create through cocktails, and then the ideas just keep coming. That day, as I was doing the prepping for the competition, I was working on the show, being busy and all. And I just looked up, and there was a rainbow in the sky. I'm like, yeah, okay. And then I'm like, okay, this is a sign. I just, took my tools and I started like working. And at the end of that, I looked at them, like, okay, pretty.
I feel you. So for our next question, do trends kill originality in cocktails? Tell us what you think in the comment section. Let us know, yeah. For me, I would say it depends, because now sometimes you open your Instagram or your TikTok and the first thing you see are these cocktail trends that people are making colored cocktails. You see green, blue, yellow, and all of those kind of stuff.
And with the dry ice thing.
Yeah, and with the dry ice thing. You
see the smoke coming out.
And then there was a time I went for this, I went to do a private event, right? And then I went to meet them to discuss the whole thing first. And the lady saw me. The first video or whatever she had shown to me was, can you do this cocktail for us? We want it to come like this. So I had to take my time to tell her that dry ice is not safe. It's so dangerous to
educate them.
It's not. And then she's like, oh, really? But I was at an event and I had a lot of that and it was sweet. And I'm like, no. But I told her, guess what? I can't make you a drink with dry ice because, in my defense, I think it's not safe. And dry ice isn't safe. If you know, you know. Yeah.
It's not. It's not, guys. Stop using dry ice.
Yeah.
Please stop using dry ice. You can use it by the side of the cocktail, but don't put it inside the cocktail.
Yeah.
It's harmful.
That shit is
deadly.
Do
your researches, you see it's very harmful.
There are a lot of ways to present your cocktails, and it's gonna have smoke if you want to. There are a lot of ways.
There are so many ways.
Dry ice, no.
I'll create the content concerning that. Ways you can actually make cocktails with smoke without using dry ice.
Yeah, like you said, even if you're using dry ice, it should be on the side of your drink. Yeah. You can just put it on the side, put a drink in the middle,
exactly, and let the smoke.
And then you just pour a little bit of water, and it's gonna come out. But yes, in my defense, I think it depends on what trends it is exactly that is killing the originality of that cocktail.
Mine, I would say no, because it doesn't. Because take for instance, you see the trend right now where you have clarification, you have fat washing, you have infusions. Right now there are so many. There's this new trends of how you can make your garnishes. You guys do it as so, like the foam garnish and the rest of them. I really think it's the next level stage where if you apply these techniques the right way, you would end up getting a very advanced results that you'll be proud of. Imagine getting a pina colada that is looking like water, but yet you get all the taste, everything. There's nothing missing in the drink. Just imagine it. That's like the future. Do you get? And when you see most bars, they're still doing the normal, mixtures and doing like juices and putting alcohol in it, like, and not even, you know what I'm talking about. So I feel like the recent trend, I mean the trends right now, if being applied properly, you would get even a greater results. That's my take on it. Because it's high time Africa we step up our games. God has blessed us with so many spices and so many natural resources that we can actually blend into our drinks. But with such techniques, we can actually do more.
So, okay, I have a question. When you say Africa, do you mean like Ghanaian bartenders to be precise, or are you talking about like Africa as a whole?
I'm talking about Africa as a whole, because every part of Africa are blessed with their unique treasures, their unique flavors, and finding a way to incorporate it into your drinks in a modern trend way would actually be like the next up game for African bartenders. I'm not just talking about Ghana specifically. I'm talking about the rest of the...
I think some of the African bartenders, because I feel like some African bars too are really like elevating their game. I'm not even gonna lie.
But not all. Like some are doing it, some are not. So we're speaking for both. Those that are doing it, to keep it up, and then those that haven't started to also start, so that we all,
Right. But I also think it's also going to have to do with like the availability of what they have at their disposal to use. If you do get what I mean, though.
True.
Because imagine I want to do something homemade fermentation, and I want to use a bartending technique known as fermentation, right? This is something I want to do from scratch, right? And I don't have SCOBY and those things. How am I going to do it? You get? Yeah, so I think it also would have to do with what they have at their disposal. You can do a much more modern technique of bartending if you like, if you really want to do it. Because the drink I did for DIFA this year, it was a twist on a colada.
Oh.
Yes. So what I did was I clarified the pineapple juice. Now, how many bartenders in Ghana knows you can use agar to clarify the pineapple? You get? So in my defense, I think aside the fact that how easy it is to reach certain things to make your cocktail more modern, it also would have to do with you, the bartender, and how you research more and see what you can use around you to make your drink more, presentable.
True.
So yeah.
True. True. Well, you're right. I mean, guys, what do you think about
this particular topic? Honestly, guys, I think for all the topics that we've tackled today, right, a couple of them are like kind of complicated. For me, my intake I'm taking from these two main questions. What do you draw? What do you draw your inspiration from when you're making a cocktail? And do trends kill originality in cocktails as well? And also, are we doing enough to tell our stories through cocktail? I think a couple of us, the bartenders, are doing it, but are we doing enough? But our main questions that we want you to give us your answer in the comment section is: where do you draw your inspiration from when creating a cocktail? And do trends kill the originality of cocktails?
Unfortunately, we have to end it here.
Yes, sure.
Thank you for watching, and thank you for sticking right there with us. Amelia, do you have anything to say before we end?
Yes, guys, I have a few things to say. It's been a lovely section. and we've had a lot of fun while in this particular episode.
Yes, we have.
It's been so fun.
We did.
I do side gigs as well, just in case if you want to. If I'm available, I'll let you know. If not, too, she does it, so I'll let her know as well. But you can also reach out to her, and you can find my Instagram page on cookie_bartender.
And the cookie.
It's your girl Cookie.
So don't hesitate to book your services with me. My personal IG handle is kamsi_brown. So KAMSI_brown. On that note, we say thank you for watching, and thank you for subscribing. And as we move on to the next segment, see you on the next episode. Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay.